And a very good evening, hockey fans. We welcome you to KB Willett Ice Arena. This place is packed. We're a couple of days before Christmas, and we are going to have some great hockey coming your way tonight. One of the best games you will see in the state here in the 2025-2026 season. Maybe one of the best you'll see in the Midwest. As we get set for this one, it is the SPASH Panthers and the Warriors of Wausau West going head-to-head. Two undefeated teams with dreams of Middleton in this one. This is your Auto Select pregame show. Auto Select is Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires with complete auto repair services. Locations on Church Street and Highway 10 East in Stevens Point, Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select, and you are good to go. My name is Mike Weiland. McKenna Lisinski on the camera thing, helping us out as well on the ones and twos. Braden Bullis, very thankful for him coming here and saving the day with a couple of tech tune-ups for us here at Zaleski Sports as we get set for this one. You take a look at these two teams. There is no greater matchup in Wisconsin this year than these two. This game has been postponed twice due to trying to find some ice time, some rink time, as we inch our way closer to puck drop here. You look at Wausau West, 9-0, including a 6-4 win over Edgewood last week. They have been extremely impressive under head coach Travis Brown. Notre Dame, a one-goal win. They beat Marshfield 8-1. University School, they went down there and won 2-1. 10-0 over Mosinee. This team has been loaded, and it has been a lot of the familiar athletes over the years. Owen Progalski, leading scorer, 29 points, 11 goals in 10 games. Cooper DePoint, 10 goals, 27 points. Chase Kraft, 25 points. Hendricks, 14 points. Shea Jones, 11 points. And Julian Skelcucci in net. What can be said about this young man? .952 save percentage. He's 8-0. He's got a couple of shutouts already this season in this one. So that being said, we're going to take a very brief time out here from our friends over at Auto Select. We'll come back, take a look at the SPASH Panthers. They're also undefeated. They're 7-0 with some very impressive wins of their own. And we'll talk about that right here on Zaleski Sports.
Vehicle maintenance is vital to your day-to-day life. That's why Auto Select of Stevens Point reminds you to be sure to schedule regular oil changes, tire rotations, and general inspections to keep your vehicle in great shape. Let the helpful, friendly staff at Auto Select ensure your vehicle continues to keep you and your passengers safe on the roads, as well as keep your vehicle functioning the way it was intended. For quality, dependable automotive care from service experts, place your trust in Auto Select of Stevens Point. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
As we get set for puck drop here on Zaleski Sports. Again, my name is Mike Weiland. Glad to be with you guys tonight. Taking a look at the SPASH Panthers. Again, 7-0 wins over Middleton and East Merrill by a combined score of 26-0. They put up 9 on Notre Dame, a 9-3 win there. They had a tough one against the Bay Area team, Mashwaubenon area, 2-1, but they outshot them, I think, 3-1 in that game. They just almost got goal lead. Brookfield, 5-2 win over in Brookfield. 5-0 shutout win over Everest, 4-0 in Eau Claire Memorial last Friday. These are two juggernauts. This is going to be a whale of a game. This game could either be 1-0 or 2-1 or 9-8. There's really no in-between these two teams. Look at Grant Molsky, 14 goals in 8 games in his season so far, 23 points. Grady Miller, 20 points. Drum Pori on the blue line, 4 goals, 16 points. Fletcher Schrader, 13 points. And in net's going to be Zach Burdick. He's 3-0 this year. He's got a 9 in his 3 games. He's got a .982 save. He has 2 shutouts. He's allowed 1 goal on 55 shots in the 2 games he has played, or in his 3 starts so far. As the lights turn down, this will wrap up your Auto Select pregame show. You can Auto Select Stevens Point, best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires with complete auto repair services. Locations on Church Street, Highway 10 East in Stevens Point, Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select, and you're good to go. So we wait for the teams to head onto the ice. Our officials are out there. Coming into our left will be Wausau West. SPASH has got, I heard them say they have 2 Panthers tonight. They're going to skate out there, hopefully. Well, it looks like they're getting the smoke machine out as well. They got the spotlights down. As here come the Warriors of Wausau West in their blue and golds. Led in net again by Skelcucci, the extremely talented netminder. He has been phenomenal the past couple of seasons. And as the sounds of AC/DC. The bell, the church bell. And you know what's coming. And either Trevor Hoffman's coming into the game or SPASH is taking the ice, as here come the Panthers. And also the Panthers, led by Zach Burdick in net. SPASH in their white sweaters, the black or the red stripes, black outlines, black numbers and letters. As this place is, I mean, it's a packed house. I mean, in the family sections, the parent section, there's not many seats to be found. Student section is packed. They got signs. It's the Squid Game from the email we got as well. This rivalry is alive and well. So as smoke clears, the team's getting ready to get lined up. We'll turn things over to our public address.
Wausau SPASH and WIAA requires sportsmanship and education-based support events. Attendance at these scholastic activities is a privilege, and yet an expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating a high ideal of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Again, let us welcome the visitors, the Warriors from Wausau West. In goal, Pregame, number 1, After Pregame, number 11, Finn Rivers. After number 12, Dave Jones. After junior, number 9, Owen Kowalski. At center, a senior, number 19, Cooper LeBoy. At right wing, a senior, number 10, Chase Ross. The Warriors are coached by Travis Brown. Coach Brown is assisted by Jed Weiss, Sam Levitt, Dave Bailey, Dean Egan, and David Salula. And now, the Panthers, so Stevens Point area senior high. In goal, a junior, number 21, Zach Burdick. At the fence, a sophomore, number 10, Jackson Lee. At the fence, a senior, number 25, Jerome Poirier. A junior, number 15, Becky Evans. At center, a senior, number 2, Grant Mulkey. And at right wing, a senior, number 8, Brady Miller. The Panthers are led by head coach Dan Mulkey, who is holding up his system by Jim Clark. Before the game begins, as we honor our great nation and the men and women serving our country, both at home and abroad, fighting for the freedoms we enjoy, we ask that you please stand with your able and remove your hats. And now singing the national anthem, the SPASH counterparts, another direction of Mr. Luke Asset.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
anthem concluded. We are moments away from puck drop in this massive, massive matchup in the Wisconsin Valley and just in Wisconsin in general. Top lines heading out there. It'll be Molsky taking the draw against DePoit. The top line, the high-scoring lines. When you look at Molsky, Miller, and Abbott. Pergolski, DePoit, and Krass for the Warriors. Wausau West will skate left to right here in the first period. SPASH will skate right to left. Burdick and Scalcucci, the matchup in net. Two teams that know each other well. They don't like each other very much.
I know that, BJ. That's what I was told.
A lot of times I say, off the ice, you're all friends. I'm not sure that's the case here. Molsky and DePoit. We're down. Face-off won by Wausau West. However, it's an immediate turnover, and Abbott skates in offside as it slid just past the blue line. We'll get a neutral zone. Face-off on the near side dot. Might as well find a great variety of breakfast options at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Breakfast, lunch, Friday fish fry, and service with a smile. It's open daily breakfast and lunch only on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. Face-off, battled for and tipped forward, and Molsky will just send it deep. Scalcucci will play it behind his own net and send it up the far side boards. Backhand pass is then intercepted by Abbott. He'll make a move and he'll dump and chase. Miller losing edge. Molsky got a wide open net. Loose and it's in. 22 seconds into the game, and Grady Miller fires one into the open net, and SPASH scores immediately. Wow. Scalcucci was stuck behind his net. Molsky wrapped it around. The defenseman made the first stop, but Miller comes in and just whacks it in on the doorstep. And SPASH has a serve pro goal to start the ball. This hockey game. It's 1-0, 22 seconds in. Now here comes Fletcher Schrader. He'll try and center it. It's not there. That's knocked away by Tegan Rasmus. So we'll get all the assists coming in as West will skate in onside. That one sent behind the net. Save made by Burdick. That one sent across. Here's Becca Carroll on a breakaway. Save made. He tried to go 5-hole, and Scalcucci rises to the occasion as we'll get a penalty. As Carroll was slow to get up, and who's going to the box? Looks like Beckett Carroll. At 55 seconds. And we're going to get a Wausau West power play. Two minutes. Face-off won by the Panthers. Poirier will just clear it down the ice. Actually, stepping in and not being able to make that play. That's cleared. Interference, the call on Carroll. And it's Cooper DePoit. He'll skate up with it. Drops it, gets it right back, trying to center. That's off his skate, backhanded up, and not out. And then cleared all the way down by Fleece. And on the penalty kill, Scalcucci will leave it behind his net. For right winger Chase Krass, he'll send it across for Jones. He'll get knocked off the puck by Zach Ostricki. As it plays behind that to Logan Ostricki, he'll get it clear, and then he will chip it clear. Another dump for SPASH. Kill off the first minute of this interference penalty. Aggressive penalty kill forecheck from Ethan Fisher. As he says that's going to bank off the side of the net, looking to just weave it in. That one save made is going to be chipped up and away, and back to center ice it goes. Gives a chance for SPASH to get a couple of changes. Miller and Molsky on the ice. That was going to go all the way down and wide. No icing. Ostricki will then center it for Logan Ostricki, and he's going to send it, and he tried to find Miller for a shorthanded break. They had 2 breakaway goals in the third period against Notre Dame when we were here. Here's Molsky now with a chance. He gets knocked off the puck as Krass will skate up along the right side. He'll come in onside, 3-on-2. A shot save made and held by Burdick. No screen in front. He's able to see that one all the way, and he's able to knock it down, cover it up, and force the stoppage. 11 seconds left on the penalty for Beckett Carroll. Carroll had 2 breakaway goals against Notre Dame. One of them was shorthanded. It was back-to-back as face-off tied up, and one goes back to the blue line, and we get a whistle. You have a... They're going to redo the face-off here. I was talking with Miller about something here, maybe a hand pass, which I think you can do in the defensive end. 6 seconds left on the penalty. Hendricks Damrow will take the draw against Molsky. I think they're going to make him go, the guy who left yesterday, go back on the ice due to what was happening. Tonight's game is brought to you by Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Premier Auto Body, Dahl Automotive, Stevens Point Brewery, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Point Heating and Cooling, and Portesi Pizza. Face-off won by West. A shot save made again by Burdick. Great job by Damrow to tie it up, and when Tyler Wendell came in and picked it from the dot and fired it right into the stomach of Burdick. Now look at Xander DeBile on the ice. Face-off won by SPASH this time. Goes back to the blue line. Long-range shot is blocked. And here comes Abbott trying to get there. Scalcucci will get there first and clear it into the skates of Miller. He'll saucer it, looking for Molsky, and that's a bit too far ahead of him, and back to center ice it goes. For Fleece, back for this Poirier, the smooth skating defenseman. His pass is to be chipped in, no icing, and Scalcucci will play it behind the net. He gets intercepted by Molsky. Battle in the corner, Abbott in there. And here's Abbott. Looking for Miller, a shot. Save made, Scalcucci finds it, covers it, and forces a stoppage. I'm glad to have you joining us wherever you may be. 13:30 to go. 3 shots apiece in this one, but the big one early, the 22-second mark, Grady Miller with the goal. Face-off one back to the blue line for Reed Molsky. Shot whistles high and wide off of Ostricki. Now here's Fletcher Schrader. He drops it for Bo Schrader. Save made again. The Schrader line is now a 2-on-2 developing. Dropped off for West. That's intercepted by Schrader. He'll drop it off for Fletcher Schrader. He'll skate up the ice. He'll get around, but he can't handle it to Point now with it. Trying to tic-tac-toe up the ice. Trying to center it. Intercepted there by Reed Molsky. Molsky avoids the referee, but he can't get it out of the zone. From the left dot. Low shot. That's a stick save made by Burdick. Bouncing up and off the ice, trying to center it. That one will be saucered up and out of play and all the way down. Will it make it enough for an icing? It will not. They'll wave it off. And in on the forecheck, Max Middlestat. Plays back to center, Logan Ostricki. Stop and start. He fans on a pass now, sends it in for Westrick. Looking for Middlestat. Shots 4 apiece, 5 minutes in. Westrick up to the near or far side boards, being chased by Jones. That West top line's been out there for a while. It's been a long shift. That one just pitchforked up to center, and Carroll is there. Carroll will drop it off to the right for Westrick. He'll make the long pass and is knocked down and then just wheeled in by Fisher. SPASH will go off and change. West will make a change as well as they try to center it after a turnover. Miller drops it to Ostricki. A shot save made and held by Julian Scalcucci. There's been some freewheeling hockey here in the early going. 11:41 to go in the first. 1-0 SPASH on the Miller goal from Molsky at 22 seconds. And it's that top line out now against the second line for Wes. And Wes will win the faceoff. Dameron wins it clean. But Spash aggressive on the forecheck. It's going to be kicked forward by Poirier. Molsky will start a cycle. As Miller turns it back for Jerome Poirier. He'll settle it, backhand it to the dot. Miller turns a shot, and that's a blocker save by Scalcucci. That one knocked down by the skate of Miller. He'll get a one-hand for Abbott. Shot save made off the right pad. Flees will walk into a shot into the catching glove and held by Julian Scalcucci. Some extreme pressure that time from Spash. And that gives a little bit of a respite. And now the top line for the Warriors coming back in. DePoint will take the draw against Jace Deedy. Face off won by Cooper DePoint. He'll backhand it up the near side and out. Crass trying to settle it. He's going to get eventually in on side for Pregame, the leading scorer. Shot, save made and held by Burdick into that big left-handed glove. 11 minutes. We're only 6 minutes into this game, and it's been wild already. 12 shots on net here in the early going. Face-off won by Spash. Fleece up the near side boards, and then off of a skate. Now here comes Schrader. He'll try and get it on side, gets around Shea Jones, defenseman twice his size. As it's going to be eventually sent out of the zone, but Schrader trying to chip it back in. That's intercepted by Owen Pregame. He'll send it in. Burdick will play it behind his own net. He'll backhand it to Poirier in the far corner. He'll send it Bo Schrader up the right wing. Schrader knocked off the puck, trying to keep it going, but it's intercepted. DePoint will drop it off for Crass up the left wing. Crass drops it. Low shot is wide and rolls all the way back to the blue line, kept in there by Tegan Rasmus. He falls on the puck, and they're going to battle right in front of the Spash bench. And Bo Schrader will send them. We got a whistle and a penalty. Interference is the call. And Spash is going back to the box. It's going to be Fleece. At 6:51, the time of the penalty, and we're going to have another Warrior power play. Power play is going to be brought to you by Maida Custom Apparel, specializing in providing quality decorated apparel, including from corporate casual, team uniforms, and promotional items to sporting goods and awards. Find just what you need to keep you looking great. Learn more, madacustom.com. Face-off, tied up, and Spash will win it. Ostricki will just send it all the way down, and it'll be stopped by Scalcucci. He will leave it for his defense. He'll have to send it behind the net as they're aggressive again. Forecheck there by Ethan Fisher. Fisher almost gets an interception, and now the breakout for the Warriors. In on side, a little backhand on net, stopped and held. Roland Robbins, the one who sent it on net, and Burdick makes the save. Again, Burdick had made 54 saves on 55 shots coming into the night this season. It's been a question for Coach Polkamp all season long is which goalie is going with. Eric Krzyzewski's been a very good goaltender. Burdick was great last year as well. As I look up, these stands have filled up even more. This place is packed here at KB Willett. 23 seconds have gone by on the Fleece penalty. The faceoff is tied up and one back to the blue line. DePoint for Crass. One-timer save made by Burdick. Looking for a wraparound, and another save is made, and it's cleared. A couple of big saves there from Zach Burdick. If I heard right, teammates are calling him Birdie. That's cleared again and played back down. Spash has got their really aggressive penalty killers out, Molsky and Miller. And Molsky with a poke check sends it back towards center ice. Half the penalty gone on Fleece, and then fanning on that pass, Pregame. DePoint will skate in with it. He gets tripped up, and we play on as it chipped forward. Here comes Molsky, partial break. Molsky up the wing. Shot, backhand save, made Scalcucci. Getting back on defense was Crass, and that one's turned over. Molsky, poke check save, made again by Scalcucci. Again, just sent back down by Poirier on the penalty kill. Abbott and Middlestat will change in, and they'll be on the forward line for the next 20 seconds. Cooper to point, skating up the ice. He'll get it poked, checked, still loose, and Abbott will clear it. 7 seconds left. That'll all but do it for the penalty. Spash will be 2 for 2 on the kill. Poirier steps up, tries to center it, and Schrader will take the spot on the ice as Fleece out of the box. It's back towards center. Here comes Bo Schrader. Schrader 3-on-2. Passes it. Abbott shot wide. Tried to go back far side. As now Carroll, he'll bank it. That's going to be offside. And they'll get a neutral zone face-off. Shots 9-8 Spash. With 7:50 to go here in the first period. They'll drop it at center ice. As well as Simplicity CU's bringing home the win with great mobile options and the right loan for your family, business, or home. Check them out, simplicity.coop today. That one played back behind the Spash net. Logan Ostricky makes a move, gets out of harm's way, keeps it going on his stick. Centers it in, dumps and chase. That one knocked down and back towards center as Didi tried to send it back, and Carroll couldn't quite get there. Beckett Carroll, the second defensive pair. That one chipped in. No, it's not touch. It'll be an icing as Didi couldn't get a stick on it. Icing will bring it back. Well, so far this game has lived up to the hype. Glad to have you with us for it. All 250 of you right now. If you're not here, I'm hoping you're watching at home and getting ready for the holidays. Face-off won by Didi. That one played back for Bo Schrader. Up with his twin brother. One's right-handed, one left-handed. Backhand save made Scalcucci. Schrader tried to be sneaky. Tried to flip it up over that right shoulder. Scalcucci tall to the task. Listed at 5'10". Plays bigger. Looks like Krass will take the draw against Smolsky. Top lines matching up. And they're going to send Krass to go get some equipment fixed. His helmet or his neck, maybe his neck guard. His cut guard might be loose. That was an issue again. Notre Dame had multiple equipment penalties in their game earlier this year. Fleece banks it across for Poirier, and it goes to the corner and knocked down there by Finn Richard. However, Molsky on the blue line has it off of a shin pad and back out to center. Pergalski with the defensive play there. Fleece can't quite get there, and that's dropped off for DuPoit as Poirier will chase it back down. He'll send it all the way around for Miller. Miller will leave it for Molsky. Molsky banks it for Abbott. Abbott settles down. Fleece in the slot. It's behind him, and no, they're not there. Intercepted, but then dropped, and Fleece has got to wait and tag up, and they do tag up. Fleece with it, trying to sauce it. Intercepted. Schrader there has it knocked away by DuPoit. 3-on-1 developing for West. DuPoit centers it. Saucer, the shot. Save made. It may have gotten the post. Couldn't quite tell if I got the post or the save. Wide open shot. Save made again by Burdick. Point blank on 2-on-0. Another save made. West swarming the net right now as Jones keeps it. His shot blocked by Molsky, and then Jones keeps it in on the stick lift. A deflection wide by DuPoit. Molsky will just flip it up and out of play, and Spash will try to get a quick change. Middlestat skates in 2-on-2. Fisher back from Middlestat. That's intercepted. He'll Fisher with it. He'll take a long-range shot. Blocker save off to the glass from Scalcucci. West now out shooting Spash 11-10. Short side shot save made again. 5.5 to go here in the first. Ostricky for Fisher. He'll just dump it in for Middlestat. West are trying to get an on-man rush. Westrick with a hit in open ice. Close to an interference call. Westrick's shot is blocked off of the defenseman, Rasmus. All the way across for Ostricki. Short side shot, save made. Westrick at the blue line. He'll just send it in, up and into the net and out of play, and just gets a stoppage. Face-off will, looks like, come out of the zone. It was off of a West stick. Marzolo Shiro Tyrant Auto Service Coloring Contest is in full swing with a chance for all kids 10 and under to up to $500 for their school and a gift card for you. Get details, enter your entry at ShiroTireColoringContest.com. Face-off won by Wausau West and banked up towards center right in front of the penalty box. They battle with Reed Molsky, and that one knocked down and dropped off for Damrow. He'll skate in on the left wing. Gets around Ostricki. A shot does not get through. Banked up to the near side boards. Back for the blue line. A one-timer will bounce wide from Rasmus. That one sent forward. Here's Bo Schrader for Didi. Didi trying to get behind the defense. And he gets his pocket picked by Rasmus. A nice play there by Teagan Rasmus. And right back the other way we go. This is old. So this one was 1980s hockey coming your way. Back and forth. Here's Didi. And we got delayed penalties. SPASH going to get a power play unless a goal is scored with the extra attacker on the ice. Burdick at the bench. Molsky looking for Abbott. Here comes Poirier and onside. Drops it, and that'll be intercepted and knocked down. .13-11 time of the penalty on Hendricks Damrow. So we'll get our first SPASH power play after this wild first period. Shots 11-11. Face-off tied up and eventually won by West. That's cleared down. Or if the official, that's what the penalty actually was. I thought I saw a cross-checking sign by the official. Here's Miller skating in back to Molsky. Molsky, he'll wire a shot into the catching glove of Scout Cucci. Nice play. Nice play by the netminder there. .19 seconds gone by in the penalty. Molsky will take the draw against DePoit. Face-off won by SPASH, but intercepted by Krass. They'll just roll it down. It is a cross-check. Yes, here's Molsky. Molsky trying to backhand one through, and chasing it down was DePoit, but he can't get it out. Miller wires it in and scores. On the power play, Grady Miller's got his second on the pass from Schrader, cross ice, and he goes under the glove and through. Time of the goal, 13:55. It's 2-0 Panthers on the Serve Pro Power play goal. Call Serve Pro number one choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened, as the scoreboard originally said 3, but now it's 2. It's only 2. So a lot of hockey to be played as Miller gets his second of the night. As Abbott now will try and skate it in, and it'll be banked back towards center ice. Get all the assists coming your way in a moment. Schrader with the first assist. Molsky with the second assist. So Molsky at 2-point night. Abbott gets shouldered to the ground by Rasmus. Rasmus is a big dude. Remember Rasmus during football season, he was an amazing defensive lineman. That one chipped forward, no touch, no icing called, as Carroll will win the race for it. Played back for Ostricki. Logan Ostricki trying to send it forward. Abbott getting on 1-on-3 and skating in way offside. As Damrow is stuck behind the goal line. Marzola Bruce Orthodontics providing comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages, now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office, and they accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they're changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today. Middleset will take the draw against DePoit. SPASH's third line face-off won by Max Middlestat as Poirier gets to the red line, avoids a check and chips it in. Westrick will go and chase it down in the corner. Along with Poirier trying to short-side it, and Fisher is there. It goes behind the net. From the slot, blocked. Off of Middlestat, that's Shea Jones, who chases it all the way down on the rush. And he's going to create some pressure as DuPoint with it now. Backhand, wide off the side of the net. Poirier will just flip it up and out of the zone back to center ice. Minute 45 to go as here comes Krass. 3-on-2 development. Krass drops it for DuPoint. Looking for Pregame, a one-timer, and he fanned on it. Walking in through traffic, and that's wide from Joe Gravine. Westrick back in the other way, drops it for Abbott, looking for Molsky's shot. And that's blockered away and into the netting. What a play. I don't know for sure if Kuch got a piece of that or if Molsky just missed. SPASH gets that top line out there, all of them, Miller, Molsky, and Abbott. One back for Reed Molsky. His attempt is blocked, and now Damrow will skate in with it, trying to drop it off, and he can't. Molsky was there. Here's Miller. He'll get it to Abbott. He'll skate in onside. Abbott looking for a pass. It's on net, and the save is made. Miller will just backhand it to the corner. There's Abbott again, looking to center it. Nobody home. Miller gets it back out for Molsky. That one blocked out in front by Rasmus. Will be chased down by Reed Molsky. Molsky all the way through. That's going to be knocked out at center ice. Rasmus will knock it down. That'll negate an icing. Turnaround shot, save made, and then the rebound sent behind the net. See how Kuch's scrambling, trying to find it. Ostricky, a shot, and that's blocked. Carroll will chase it down. On net, save made, rebound, trying to flip it up is Molsky. Back to Carroll. 27 seconds left. A shot is blockered wide. 20 seconds left. Damrow in. He'll send it wide and back into the corner. Miller looking for one last counterattack for Molsky. He'll just send it in with 12 seconds left. Goes in for Bo Schrader. SPASH a late change. 5 seconds left. 3 seconds. 2. They will not get a shot off at the end. And after one period, SPASH will take a 2-0 lead into the intermission on 2 Grady Miller goals. One of them on the power play. Shot 16-11 SPASH after 17 minutes. As we have had a thriller here from KB Willett to start things off just a couple of days before Christmas. That being said, we'll step aside as you are watching WIAA Wisconsin Valley Hockey on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Huff Favor Real Estate.
Excuse me, is this carpet stain resistant?
No, doesn't seem like it is. Sorry.
For advice from real flooring experts and huge savings on stain-resistant flooring, visit Carpet One. Carpet One Floor and Home. Right now at your local Carpet One, you can get help from our flooring experts while saving big and enjoying special financing on beautiful floors for your home. Come see us today.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. B-BT.com.
At Nicolet Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $30 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at NicoletBank.com. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Glad to have you with us. It is intermission here from Stevens Point here at KB Willett. Michael here in the Ken Lisinski and Braden Bullis. See some of the signs in the SPASH student section. Again, this place is packed. Even here on press row, there is not a chair to be found. I may go and unfurl the ladder and sit on that during the second period. This place is buzzing. It is electric. Both fan bases have showed up in force and in mass in this one as Zamboni will clean the ice. Take a look at your scoring summary in that first period. At 22 seconds after Scalcucci misplayed a puck behind the net, it was an open net, and Grady Miller makes no mistake. He puts it in. The assists went to Grant Molsky. For Miller, that was his 8th goal of the season, his 21st point. Is Molsky with his 10th assist. That score would hold until 13:55. SPASH on the power play. A beautiful cross-ice feed from Fletcher Schrader. And Miller would deposit another one behind Julian Scalcucci, his 9th of the season. Schrader and Molsky with the assists on that one, and that would be your score after 17 minutes. So Miller with his nine goals now on the season. Molsky 25 points. Should say 25 points, as I do my math correctly. Schrader now has 14 points. He just picked up his 10th assist on that one. Shot 16-11 for SPASH. Scalcucci made 14 saves. A lot of those were big-time saves. Well, he was amazing in net. Burdick is equally as good. He made 11 saves in that first period as well. Penalties, a couple of them for SPASH, and interference penalties for Becca Carroll and Jackson Fleece. Both killed off, and then the cross-check of Hendricks Dammer led to the SPASH power play goal. That being said, as the ice gets cleaned, we will step aside again. It's first intermission, 2-0 SPASH, as you're watching high school hockey on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
So, after a couple of years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
If you ask us, picking out new furniture should be fun, and when you work with us, it is. Home Furniture's free design assistance in your home or in our store. We make the process as easy as possible by helping you envision what your furniture and your room will look like. What inspires you? Visit Home Furniture today to create a single sofa or an entire room. We'll help you bring it all together. Dream it, create it, love it. Home Furniture's free design assistance, West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Intermission continues here from KB Willett in Stevens Point. 2-0 SPASH on top. In what has been a spectacular game so far here in the first period. Plenty of youngsters here. Families in town for the holidays. They're going to come and watch the great hockey game. The line of the concession stand is alarming in this one. I mean, this place, I am glad I got here when I did at 4:30 because I can imagine what you were like, Braden. Parking was a nightmare. Parking on the street, like it is wild. And of course, there's other games going on as well, getting underway. Looks like it just went final in basketball, boys basketball. Columbus Catholic got a Clover Bell win, 77-28 over Gilman. The doubleheader there. So that one was a makeup game from a week ago. Columbus beats Gilman. The girls will play next. They'll take on Auburndale. Getting underway in just a little bit will be Kaukauna and Oshkosh West girls basketball. Same with Appleton East and Neenah girls basketball. Hockey action getting underway in just a little bit. They're on the ice getting loose. Marshfield and Mosinee going head-to-head in non-conference action. Later on tonight as well, we'll have boys basketball, River Falls at Marshfield, and Columbus Catholic girls hosting Auburndale. Of course, you can find complete scores, schedules, and standings on ZaleskiSports.com. Every basketball team in the state, I've been updating that as well as I can. Big thanks to many great sources helping us out with that as well, including, of course, the WIAA, Travis Wilson and Colton Wilson and Bound. Able to find scores that way, and also coaches around the area as well who've done a great job helping us out. And, of course, we have 3 hockey conferences for you guys that we are keeping full standings for: the Big Rivers, the Great Northern, and the Wisconsin Valley, and independent with the Pacelli co-op team. But again, you can find all of that at ZaleskiSports.com. Obviously, this is our last games before the holidays tonight. Back in action on the 27th down in Concordia. A couple of games from Mequon down there at the Rick Majerus WBY Shootout. That being said, Zamboni's off the ice. The nets are getting put back in place. We're going to take one more break as you are watching high school hockey on Zaleski Sports. Brought to you by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Nestled in the Wildwood Park and Zoo, the Marshfield Rotary Winter Wonderland has dazzled families with over 1 million lights displayed. Admission is free. Cash donations and non-perishable items encouraged. The Winter Wonderland is open November 28th through December 31st.
Did you know we carry chocolate that can help you stay strong and fit this holiday season?
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house is brand new again.
Hello, Wisconsin. Felt's Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Felt's Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Felt's Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
They're doing some of their donations and fundraising here. As again, no better night to do it than tonight when you have such a wild crowd. This is, the last few years, this is the best attendance I've seen at a hockey game outside of state in my career. This has been an awesome environment here from KB WIAA tonight. I can't wait to see what's going to be like when they go to West. And that one is, I'm guessing that'll be at Marathon Park, I would assume. And I mean, that's going to be wild as well. And I mean, that game could decide at least probably a conference championship either outright or a share, because it's going to be hard to see anyone beating these two teams in the Valley. Just how good they've been. I think both nets are in place. We'll just wait for our officials to lead the way out. I'm very glad to have you guys joining us. My name is Mike Wendland here tonight. My final play call of the calendar year. So I'll see you guys again next year as our refs are back out there, our officials. You can see the coaching staffs walk in back out, and I can see SPASH at the tunnel and Burdick waiting to open the door. And here come the Panthers here for the second period. We approach the final minute of our intermission. Again, 2 goals from Grady Miller in the first period, 22 seconds in, and then 1 on the power play at 13:55. Scalcucci and Burdick will glove tap at center ice. Good sportsmanship between the two goaltenders. And again, usually when you get with these two teams, there's bad blood. It's hard hitting. It's not very friendly. But it usually doesn't involve goaltenders. They're their own breed. They're like, in baseball, it's like catchers are their own breed. Goaltenders, kickers. You're kind of your own type of person in the best possible way. You got to have a certain mindset to be willing to just face a solid chunk of rubber coming right at a high velocity. SPASH will skate left to right, West right to left. DePoint and Molsky facing off. Face off 1 cleanly by Cooper DePoint. Progalski can't handle it. It's going to roll all the way on net, and Burdick will have to cover it up. 7 seconds in here to the second period. Might as well visit Marshfield to see the largest holiday lights display in central Wisconsin, featuring over 2 million lights at Wildwood Park, open every night from 5 to 9, going on now through New Year's Eve. Admission's free with a suggested donation of a non-perishable food or cash. To learn more, go to visitmarshfield.com as Miller tries to backhand one on a drop pass. Now Poirier skates in onside. Shot blocked off the stick of Shea Jones. That's going to be knocked down by Flees. Now DePoint, as that's going to be kicked forward, and now here's DePoint. He'll skate in onside on the left wing. Trying to see, what a pass, a shot, and a save! Ring 10 bells for Burdick. First of all, what a pass from Cooper DePoint. There must be a reason he wears number 19. That looked like Joe Thornton. And Burdick with a robbery at the net. What a spectacular play all around. That is why these two teams are undefeated. Man, oh man. Face-off 1 by SPASH, and that's dropped off to the wing and then popped up back towards center. A couple of stick collisions, and it's going to be knocked down. Here's Schrader, drops it off. Here's Dede. Shot, save made, rebound, save made again. Jace Dede back-to-back saves, or back-to-back shots, and Scalcucci up to the task twice. They put their shots for the wrong team on the scoreboard. (18-12) the shots. Face-off, battled in the corner. Dede drops it, Logan Ostricki from the blue line. Trying to center it, backhand is going to be deflected wide off of Bo Schrader. That one rolled back towards center. Ostricki. He'll drop it off for Beckett Carroll. He'll send it near sideboard. Schrader takes a hit. Plays it back for Rasmus, who pick it off. Now Dede skates in up the left wing. He'll drop it off. Nobody there. Damrow will pick it off for the Warriors. Take it and send it over for Tyler Wendell. Back to the blue line and under the glove of Ostricki and back towards center ice. He makes a nice move, drops it for Schrader. Bo Schrader will skate in onside. Gets around a shot off the blocker and back behind the net. Save made by Scalcucci. Then banked in for Middlestat. Back for Carroll. Fisher will just dump it in and they'll chase. Scalcucci will play it behind his own net up to the near boards. Tanner Van Vuren, third line left wing tonight. That one banks in for Reed Molsky. Molsky will then just send it over for Fisher, who will backhand it towards center. And that attempt to dump hits the West skater. That was Rowan Robbins as he was trying to tag up. Back in onside. Not his fault. 2:20 in to period number 2. Faceoff will come back to center. And Spash will get that top line out, as will Wausau West. Molsky and DePoit. Faceoff won by Grant Molsky. Fleece will just tip it in, and that's knocked down by the glove of Richard. Goes all the way back down. Fleece is there. He has it fly high up in the air. And Grady Miller may have just mossed a guy in a hockey rink. I've never seen that before. Low shot save made. It was like playing 500 in the yard. It's a jump ball. As it's sent back in, they'll dump and chase. Scalcucci will play it. Gets past Miller and back to center. Poirier will dump it in. Spash will tag up and get back on the forecheck. Banked forward for Progalski. Flees quickly leaves it for Molsky, and that's too far. Frack for Shea Jones. Glove down by Abbott. He'll kick it to his stick. Looking for Miller. Flees a shot. Save made, caught, and held by Scalcucci. Shots 19-12. Now for Spash. Reminder as well, Little Scholars Beginnings, 2 beautiful child care and preschools at Stevens Point, offering early child learning, infants through 4K. You'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment to help your child grow. To learn more, visit littlescholars.com. Carroll fans on his one-time attempt from the face-off win. Has played back to the corner. Carroll skates out in front of his own net, and that one just a bit too far. That's going to go all the way down, and we'll have an icing. As Schrader couldn't corral the pass, brings it back down. 13.5 to go here in the second period. 2-0 Spash. However, shots at 19-12. 5-1 in the period for the Panthers. However, Wausau West gets a goal here, and none of that will matter. It'll be wide open again. Looking for Bo Schrader. All the way down, and an icing again. And Schrader and Rasmus, a little bit of a collision there. And that's not the wisest move for Bo Schrader. I interviewed Tegan Rasmus after Wausau West won in football a couple months ago. That's a big dude. Rasmus is not a small man. He was an all-conference, I think more honor mention all-state defensive end. About 6'4", 6'5". Wes has got some big defense between him and Jones. Is that one knocked in front? Save made again. Rebound still loose. And into the corner. Couple of saves from Burdick there. And now here's Schrader. He tries to get in, and it's going to be knocked away. Back to center for Crass for DePoit. He'll roll it wide of the net. Burdick will knock it down. Top and save made as Burdick got square to the puck. And a penalty called on Spash. A cross check. And I think it's Abbott going back in. It is Abbott going back in, his second minor. At 4:05 here in the second period. The third Wausau West power play of the night. They're 0 for 2 so far. Poirier can't clear it out. Jones can walk into a shot through a screen. It's blocked out in front and then just backhanded down by Molsky. Fleece was feeling that block, so he's going to go off on a change. Reed Molsky will take his spot. Poirier, and a shot sent wide by Rasmus, and back out. Race forward. Here comes Miller. Miller, shorthanded, dangles through, shot, save made. He tried to go 5-hole. Rasmus skates in on side for the point, trying to get it through. Still loose. Poirier trying to get it. He will. And here's Jerome Poirier. Dangles around Jones. Can't get it, and the long reach of Jones prevents the breakaway. DePoit's pass too far. Here's Molsky up the left wing. Molsky settles down, drops it for Poirier. The shot save made. Scout Cucci's going to fake covering it, and then he'll drop it off. And West will look to counterattack. That's rolled all the way down for an icing. 11:46, the game clock, 52 seconds on the penalty to Beckett Carroll. As well, for 90 years, Valley Communities Credit Union has been part of your hometown team. Local trusted, strong. Valley Communities Credit Union, where community comes first. Federally insured by NCUA. Face-off won by SPASH. Ostricki from the point. He'll have to bring it back out as he couldn't handle it. It's a puck on edge. He'll send it forward for Abbott. Ostricki will just fire it deep. That's knocked down. Middlestat has it. Middlestat trying to wheel it toward net, and that's going to be deflected nicely by Joe Gravine. However, SPASH can't get it out. Backhand save made on the poke by Abbott. Ostricki just flips it up into the air into the zone. Knocked down by Hendricks Damro with 12 seconds left on the Carroll penalty. Last rush for West on this power play. Damro trying to get around Molsky, and he does. Reed Molsky on defense, plays it back up the near side boards. And we are back to 5-on-5. As now here is Bo Schrader, drops it off for Abbott. Back for Schrader. Shot, save, made, caught, and held. Flash in the mitt, Julian Scout Cucci. Now right in that catching glove. Almost did the Patrick Waugh, how do you do? 10:39 to go. That one on net again, deflected and covered up. My math is right, it should be 23-14 the shots on net. Face-off won by West. West has done a good job in the dot tonight. That one sent in, and Fleece will chase it down, being chased by Chase Crass. That's back toward Jones, and still in on side, and then banked forward again. The Schraders trying to chase down Finn Richard in the top defensive pair, and Richard is able to take him down. And the SPASH still aggressive. Didi tries to lay a hit. That one up the left wing, Pergalski, the leading scorer. He takes a shoulder from Schrader, and he'll send it in. Crass sends in. Poirier will battle with DePoit, and he'll backhand it around into the corner. Schrader in on there. He goes back to Richard. He couldn't settle it down to try and get a shot off, and it goes back behind the net. Save made by Burdick. What a drop pass. And West has got to be thinking, what do I have to do to score? They have had so many spectacular plays that'll score on most other teams in the state. But so far, not tonight. Face-off was won back by West, and it goes back into the neutral zone. That one rolled in on net. Stick save made by Burdick off of Gravine. That was from center ice. That one banked hard for Fisher, and he turns it over. Ostricki Logan Ostricki on the rush from the blue line. Stick checked away by Rasmus. For Middlestat. For Carroll. He'll center it, looking for Fisher, and his stick was tied up nicely. Well, that's the Middlestat line out with Westrick and Fisher, third line. Carroll centers Fisher, a one-timer, and he scores! Ethan Fisher makes it 3-0. A one-timer that I don't think he got all of. And Scalcucci was fooled, and it got behind him. 8:07 time of the serve, pro goal, even strength. It's 3-0 Smash. The third goal of the season for Fisher. We'll wait for the official announcement on the scoring. Maybe that got deflected as Smash wins the faceoff. Molsky, though, turns it over. Crass tries to drop it for the point. One-timer, and that's going to go wide. Played back toward neutral zone, and here comes Abbott, 2-on-1 developing. Abbott with Miller. Sauce to Miller. Backhand, forehand, and it's missing. Trying to send it back, and a wraparound, and the penalty is down, and Scalcucci is down. His mask came off, and we hope the best. Scalcucci face down on the ice and being looked at by his teammates. We're going to step aside as you are watching high school hockey on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Hoff Favor Real Estate.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
For the best food in town, look no further than Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. This locally owned, 50s-themed diner loves to support their community while providing a full menu of breakfast and lunch options, along with all-day breakfasts and Friday fish fry. Enjoy a fun, family atmosphere with delicious meals made from scratch, including skillets and tasty burgers. Dine in or take out is welcome, Mondays through Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Treat yourself to a mouth-watering experience at the Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point.
Scalcucci is going to stay in the game. Face-off one, back to Poirier. Shot deflected wide, scooped up and held. As Fisher gets the goal. It'll be Fisher from Westrick at 8:07 of the second period. Back underway. Face-off won by Spash. Molsky will just backhand it for Abbott behind the net. Miller there as well. They'll go back and forth. Trying to center it. That was blocked out in front. Molsky trying to get it back, and they'll be just rolled back to center. Poirier almost picks it off, and here comes DePoit. In onside with Crass. Poirier hustling back to get a stick check on it. Miller will just roll it forward back to neutral ice, and Richard will have to fire it back in, and they'll chase. Halfway through this second period, halfway through the game, 3-0 Smash. Abbott got a cherry pick. That one blocked out in front. Abbott, though, scrambling to knock it back down. Looking, almost freed Miller. Miller trying to get around Jones, and he does, but can only paddle it forward. And now an odd man break, a breakdown for Spash, hustling back to Poit. A shot caught and held by Burdick. I thought that's what I heard over the PA system. It's the Scat Man. No one does it better than hockey when it comes to PA music. Face off, shot wide by Damrow. Schrader drops it across for Didi. He can't handle it, goes back towards center. Schrader, they'll tag up. Here's Bo Schrader up the left wing. Schrader will just send it back for Fletcher. Schrader, he can't handle it, and intercepted by Gravine. Second line for West out there. It was Damrow. Here's Bo Schrader up the slot. Slow shot save made, Scalcucci. Probably the easiest save he's had to make tonight of his 23. Schrader. And knocks away that puck. And here's Fisher. He'll just send it in. So we have a chance for the student section. It might be a bit too early for at this point. There's still a lot of hockey left. And neither of these two teams are overrated. These are two of the best, if not the two best, in Wisconsin this year. Ostricky, poke check. Westrick will skate in on side and fire it behind the net. SPASH will get a change as there's a collision. Top line back out. Abbott shot blocked by Xander DeBile. Middlestat leaves it. SPASH trying to get their change on, in the offensive zone. That one deflected back towards center. DePoit flying up the ice trying to beat Carroll to the puck, and he can't. Stretch pass for Miller for Molsky. 3-on-2. Molsky a shot off the blocker and into the net from Scalcucci. And glad to have all of you joining us wherever you may be, whether you're in Stevens Point, you're in Wausau, Schofield, Minnesota, Canada, Mars, I don't know. Wherever you are, we're glad to have you. One of the most anticipated hockey games of the year as Miller gets taken out. He still keeps it on his stick somehow. It's over for Progalski. And the leading scorer for the Warriors will just chip it in and they'll chase it down. The 2-10s, Flees and Crass battle shoulder to shoulder. That one flipped up. As Richard battling with Miller in the corner. Those two guys they're just going at it. Centering pass is deflected back into the defensive zone. Poirier will go and chase it down. That one is soccered forward by DePoit. And here comes Fletcher Schrader in onside. He tries to center, it's behind, and then back behind Schrader again as Miller goes off on a change. The Schrader line out there. Tough shot for Reed Molsky, and that one is kept in. Grant Molsky will then send it. He'll go off on a change, and Didi will to get on the ice. Here's Jace Didi. Low shot, save made. Almost turned over again, and backhanded, and Progalski's going to get it for Crass up the left wing. With 4 minutes to go, that one deflected wide. SPASH scrambling to stop those shooting, especially when that trio's on the ice. Gravine leaves it for DePoit, and there's nobody home. Didi skates in on side, 3-on-3. Schrader to Schrader, shot, save made. Schrader again, settle it down, a shot, save made again. That one back towards center for Zach Ostricky. Middlestat drops it for Bo Schrader. Schrader, shot, scores! Bo Schrader. At 13:31. Makes it 4-0 with a SPASH serve pro goal. Probably the most aesthetically pleasing goal of the night. He beat Scalcucci clean. Blocker side. Face off, won by SPASH. Wait for the assist announcements. That one's sent behind the net. It is Bo Schrader who gets the goal. Schrader from Middlestadt will combine on that goal. That one's centered. Westrick, a shot, he scores! 5-0 SPASH. Teddy Westrick with the goal. His third of the season. 13:59. And awesome work there from Chase Crass, just settling down his goaltender, like behind the back, like, hey, we got you. Another Serve Pro goal for SPASH. I think we're going to get the timeout on the ice. So we will keep things here as Burdick and Scalcucci will again fist bump on the way across. Both goalies, 5 goals, say what you want. Scalcucci has been very good tonight. He's made some incredible saves. And I got flashes back of some of the games last year that SPASH played where they were just putting crazy shots on net and goalies were still giving up a lot of goals but making spectacular saves. I remember a couple years ago they beat East Maryland, I think 19-0, put 90 shots on net. So a goaltender made 71 saves in a game. So no fish yet. Yeah, that's true. It is. For the message I was sent this morning is, of course, with these two teams, again, rivalries. It is the annual Squid Game. So we still might see some amphibious activity before this game is done. If Miller gets another one, we'll probably definitely see something. It'll be a hat trick for him. We'll see who gets the assist on the Westrick goal. Face off one, and we're back underway. That one's sent back behind that. Scalcucci tries to play it. They gave that one to Fisher, but I thought that was Westrick who got the goal. So we'll double check on that one at the intermission with 2.5 to go. Miller will leave it for Ostricki. He'll split a couple of defenders for Molsky. Molsky takes a big hit. Ostricki trying to pass it. Richard with a nice block on the pass attempt. Back for Fleas on the point. Cycle for Abbott. Molsky, a shot. Save made and held by Scalcucci.
The one before that was
Go for Schrader and then Fisher. Yeah. So we're going to keep it with Teddy Westrick here in my scorebook. As that one will be cleared back out towards center ice. Skating in with it is DeBile. Schrader. Here's Gravine trying to roll forward, and Bo Schrader on the back check. Leaves it for Dede. Dede knocked away by Rasmus, and it'll be hand pass called on Wausau West in the neutral zone. So things are right now, it looks like Middlestadt might have a 2-assist game, but we'll see again, like double check on that fifth goal. Gravine in the corner, battling with Schrader, and both Schrader stick lifts him, gets it out. That one rolling through the blue paints. Up the near side boards, back out for Damrow. Fletcher Schrader plays it back for Fleece. Final 80 seconds here as Rasmus will knock it down. Schrader up the far side boards. He gets knocked away from him, looking to center it, and that's blocked out in front. Schrader for Schrader. Skates in with Middlestad, drops it off for Fleas on the rush. Fleas, a shave made. As Gokuchi's able to cover it up before Fleas could poke at the rebound. And we got some pushing and shoving with Fleas and Rasmus behind the net. I've said it all night, these teams don't like each other. We haven't gotten too much of the typical, I don't want to say shenanigans that we sometimes see, but it has been a physical game. Final minute here in the second period. Molsky has to settle it down. It took a bad bounce off the boards, and back comes DePoit, back the other way. And this puck goes into the linesman's skates, and it's Krass will chase it down, throws a reverse hit. DePoit trying to pass it back for Pergalski. Westrick ties him up as it gets out into the neutral zone. Here's Fisher, drops it for Westrick. Everyone going to the ice, some shoves thrown. It's in the skates of Richard, and now back the other way. Here comes DePoit. Cooper DePoit with 14 seconds left. That one up to the near side boards. That one just cleared back towards center. SPASH trying to keep this score at the end of two. It looks like they will. Long pass. Westrick will deflect it to center. Abbott will knock it down, and that will end the second period. After two, it is all SPASH. The Panthers lead it 5-0 behind a great performance from Burdick in net. Goals from Fisher, Schrader, and Westrick in that middle stanza as you are watching high school hockey on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Maida Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Maida Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at maidacustom.com.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Win for you and your school with the Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. News Channel 7 Winter Wonders Coloring Contest. Kids 10 and under could win up to $500 for your school and a gift card for you. Get the details and submit your entry at SherrillTireColoringContest.com. The Sherrill Tire and Auto Service Winter Wonders Coloring Contest is how kids 10 and under could win up to $500 for your school and a gift card for you. Show us your winter wonders with Sherrill Tire and Auto Service and News Channel 7. Intermission continues here on Zaleski Sports.
33-18 the shots. So 28 saves for Scalcucci, 18 saves for Burdick in his current clean slate. Scoring in that second period at 8:07, it was Fisher from Westrick on an even strength tally. Then Bo Schrader from Middlestadt at 13:57. And then at 13:31, then at 13:59, Westrick from Middlestadt. Makes it 5-0 Stevens Point. Got a sellout crowd here at KB Willett. An incredible night. Just the one penalty, a cross-check called on Carroll. That was at 4 minutes. So most of this game was 5-on-5, and I wonder if we'll see in the third period if we see Oren Brinkley in the net. Just Scalcucci took that hit, and he had banged up, he was shaken up, and after 5 goals, I wonder if they give him the rest of the night off just to reset and clear your head. There's still a lot of season left, and if the Warriors want to make another trip to state, they're going to need Julian Scalcucci to be at his best. He's one of the best goaltenders in the state, and he's made some big. He's the only reason this game is not 8 or 9 goals for SPASH. This game could very easily be in like an 8-4, 8-5 type of game. Both goaltenders have been phenomenal over the course of the night tonight as we wrap up our broadcasts before the holidays begin. So that being said, we're going to take another quick timeout as the ice is being cleaned and plenty of fans in the crowd in the concession stands and enjoying the night. You are watching high school hockey. It is second intermission on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that looked for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Excuse me, is this carpet stain resistant?
No, doesn't seem like it is. Sorry.
For advice from real flooring experts and huge savings on stain-resistant flooring, visit Carpet One. Carpet One Floor and Home. Right now at your local Carpet One, you can get help from our flooring experts while saving big and enjoying special financing on beautiful floors for your home. Come see us today.
Intermission continues. Ice being cleaned up by the unsung heroes on the Zamboni drivers. We've seen it a couple years ago. I think it was at Ice Hawks Arena. The Zamboni broke in between periods, and it just left a mountain of snow in front of a bench that they had to shovel all the way across the ice and get out of there. As we play on here. Again, multiple games going on Zaleski Sports tonight. We'll take a look at around them. First period, 7 minutes in, no score between Marshfield and Mosinee. Girls basketball about 5.5 in Neenah as Appleton East. And Neenah, that's a big matchup in the Fox Valley, is 18-6 East in the first half there. Scoreless just underway. Kaukauna and Oshkosh West. Again, one final earlier, Columbus Catholic boys, a big win over Gilman. River Falls and Marshfield boys in action tonight. And early, about halfway through, it is 15-11 Auburndale over Columbus Catholic. Again, 5-0 here in Stevens Point. We'll take another break. You are watching high school hockey on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
At Nicolay Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $30 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at nicolaybank.com. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
So, after a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
Never a bad time to get to a hockey rink and watch a game. Glad to have you with us tonight here from KB Willett. It's 5-0 SPASH on Wausau West. Shots 33-18. And 28 saves, 14 in each period for Scalcucci. Burdick made 7 saves in that second period, 18 in the game. For SPASH, again, I talked a lot on the first period, not as much in the second. Burdick has still allowed just 1 goal this year now in 73 shots. He had 1 goal, 54 saves on 55 shots his first few games. Now he's got 18 tonight. And unlike in other sports, say football, where they say if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. In hockey, if you have 2 goalies, you're in a good spot. And that's always been, and I've asked Coach Polkamp this a few different times, how he makes a decision, because now, Burdick and Krzyzewski are as good of a duo as you're going to find in a while, and it helps that they're helping coach by another great Mason Sperlin, who was very good in that a few years ago as well. He's coaching his understudies. So wait for the teams to head back out there. SPASH already in the tunnel, ready to go. Goals from Grady Miller twice, Ethan Fisher, Bo Schrader, and Teddy Westrick tonight. As when I went down there to talk about the official scores, they said they're probably going to make that correction as we give that goal to Westrick like we had. So we just wait for our officials. And also, with SPASH West Weekend, we've been keeping an eye on it. We have not seen any fish yet. That still might happen. Usually something ends up getting thrown on the ice. Last year it was a lot of fish and a lot of dirt and a bunch of stuff. We're not going to throw our microphone on the ice. As the clock winds down, again, wait to start the third period here. Again, we'll have a couple of days off, of course, for Christmas here on Zaleski Sports. You can again, go to ZaleskiSports.com, find scores, standings, and schedules. Basketball teams statewide, select hockey conferences as well. We had every football game on our website in the fall as well. And, of course, back in action as a company on Saturday with the Rick Majerus WBY shootout at Concordia. Jason and Trevor, Matt and Elijah down there doing good work. heading down for that one. That's a fun tournament to go to. It's fun to watch. It's some of the best teams to say. We got a couple local teams as well. Marshall's are last year. Columbus Catholic this year. Iowa Scandinavia are there this year. As our officials are on the ice for the third period, and out comes the teams. And it looks like Scalcucci's going to stay in net in the third period. So Scalcucci will start. 28 saves on 33 shots. Burdick back out in the crease for SPASH. SPASH will skate right to left, West left to right. From where our camera point is above the benches. Face-off brought to you by our friends at Ridgetop Exteriors. Looks like these players are bringing their best to the ice. Ridgetop Exteriors is bringing top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and learn more. DuPoint and Molsky tie up, and the face-off is won by Wausau West. And Jones will try and send it behind the net, but Miller on the forecheck hustles for it. He'll send a shot that's blocked out in front, and Jones now has it. And Shea Jones will try and break it out, but it's intercepted by Fleece. He'll backhand it for Abbott. One touch to Miller. Miller, shot save made, and popped up back to the blue line for Poirier. Hard pass for Abbott. That's poked away. Fleece steps on the puck. Here's Molsky flying up the ice. Backhand, what a save by Scalcucci. Doing the splits to get the left pad on that one. Miller still with it. Back to the blue line for Carroll. That shot is deflected wide by Schrader. And so Stricky try and get out. Here comes DuPoint. He'll backhand that one high into the corner. Miller being ridden by Crass, and he goes back for Gravina. Here comes Fletcher Schrader. Schrader for Miller, and it's just off his stick. As Gravine goes crashing into the boards. Shot Ostricky, and it's deflected wide. Back for Ostricky for Carroll. Ostricky's going to walk in through a screen, and a save made. What a nice job by Scalcucci. Picking his way through the traffic to find that puck. He'll stop and cover. There's our friends at Stevens Point Orthopedics. Proud to provide complementary sports physicals to Central Wisconsin athletes this winter. Call 715-344-0701. Schedule your appointment, 715-344-0701. That one tipped in. And chased down there by Tyler Wendell. Big hit in the behind the net. That one is knocked down. Wendell's got a chance, but it bounces off his glove into the corner. And he's going to get called for a penalty as he grabbed and threw Ostricky into the corner. SPASH didn't get a power play out of this one. That was maybe the easiest holding call I've ever seen. And Wendell knew it. He was right to the penalty box. He took a big hit and then in retaliation gets called for the hold at 2:12 here in the third. Molsky will take the draw against DuPoint, and face-off was won by SPASH, but West hustling, able to clear it out. That's Cooper DuPoint. As Poirier will wheel away from Bregalski. Miller in for Molsky. He'll tip it in. Fisher on that top power play. Fisher's going to get it. Backhand, and that's blocked out in front. Molsky, he'll take a shot. That whistles high. Miller to Poirier on the right point. Back for Molsky. That one rolled back. Poirier is able to keep it in the zone. Miller drops it for Poirier. One-timer looking for a deflection, and it's a save made Off the stick of Scalcucci. Fisher was in front. Poirier trying to keep it in. He can't. DePoit will skate out with it, looking for Pregame, but Poirier hustling back to make the play. Jones trying to send it over the top. It's gloved down by Molsky. And a big open ice hit for Fisher got smoked by Rasmus. And we're going to get another penalty on Wes as Fisher was slow to get up. He took a huge hit. And he's holding his jaw. Rasmus will head off. This could be 5. 2 minutes for a knee. I didn't see it. It was behind the play. So he took a knee to knee maybe, knee to head. So 5-on-3 now for 45 seconds for SPASH as Rasmus is in the box. And hopefully Fisher's all right. Bo Schrader. Sets it up, goes low for Carroll. He'll take a shot and it's sent wide. Schrader back to Carroll. He'll take a one-timer and that's saved by Scalcucci. SPASH will get that top unit back out there. 4 forwards and a single defenseman in Poirier. Face-off won by Molsky. Back. One touch for Poirier at the point. Tic-tac-toe, and Schrader can't put it in. Back for Miller. Shot. Still loose. Schrader's got a hat trick. No, sorry. Grady Miller has got a hat trick. So used to saying Schrader over the years. Miller with the hattie on the power play. And he counts it off as he heads to the bench. Makes it 6-0, a tic-tac-toe goal for Grady Miller. On the power play, 4:08 time of the serve pro goal. Okay, don't want to shortchange Miller. So he's got the hat trick. And that will bring the end of the night. And Scalcucci's night is done. As Oren Binkley will take over. $6-0 and the Miller goal as Jones will hit Fleece. Miller unassisted on the power play. Still 30 seconds left on the Rasmus penalty, so SPASH remains on the power play. Carroll will keep it in at the blue line. He'll dance around. Back for Fleece, stick to skate, and he's going to kick it to Carroll for Bo Schrader. Carroll through traffic, shot caught and held. So Miller with the hat trick. He's now up to, I think that's his 10th goal of the season. It is 10 goals now and 23 points. As we're back to 5-on-5. Westrick. Backhanded across for Ostricki, and that's poke checked away on the forecheck for DeBile. Westrick. Here's Middlestad. He's got a couple of helpers tonight. So Miller in with Middlestad, and looks like Jaron Bolton getting some playing time now on the ice, number 5. Poirier, he'll wire one high and into the net. That one deflected up. Yeah, looks like we're in a running clock. Face-off won by SPASH. Reed Molsky will just send it into the corner. He knocked down by Tanner Van Vuren. At third line with Tanner Zidzik and Rowan Robbins. Miller drops it off. Here's Molsky for Abbott up the left wing. Abbott drops Molsky a one-timer and a left pad save by Binkley. Abbott trying to roll it through. He's going to roll back to neutral ice for Reed Molsky. Yes. SPASH will move to 8-0. So that one flipped up and out of play by Erasmus. With a statement made so far tonight for SPASH. As we got some chirping here. I heard a few select words and this game ain't done. Here's Bo Schrader. Save made. What a play by Binkley. That one kicked away. Now here's Dede skating in on side. He'll get around, gets taken down. As he was battling with Jones. That one will not get through off a couple of sticks and deflected. Schrader. Fletcher Schrader has it poked away from his stick and now skating up this 2-on-1 developing. And Poirier with a nice stick. Prevents the odd man rush. Ostricki for Schrader. Middlestat takes a shoulder check from Jones. Here's DuPoint. He gets knocked away by Bo Schrader. And offside. 8:17 and counting here. Eight minutes to go. Face-off won by West and chipped in and rolled back to neutral ice. Gravine, that's on net, and Burdick will make the save into the corner. His first save of the night, or the third period, I should say. That'll take a bounce over the boards and back to center ice, looking for Westrick, and goes into the lineman's skates. 7.5 to go. Flees ties up in front of the Warrior bench. And Fisher will just backhand it toward the blue line for Gravine. Poirier trying to dangle his way out of some trouble. And he does. It goes back into neutral ice. Jones tries to chip it in. Molsky for Abbott on the trailer. Abbott shot deflected, and that's going to be just tipped wide by Miller, looking for his fourth. Logan Ostricki for Molsky and Miller, trying for Molsky again. Backhand blocked out in front. He couldn't quite get a full stick on it. Carroll wheels and sends it up the left wing. Abbott, one touch for Molsky, back for Abbott. Hard pass looking for Miller, and it wasn't there. Molsky tries to go between the legs. 6:15 to go here in the third. Dump and chase from Van Vuren. Ostricki ties up and it'll be offside. Ostricki couldn't quite. They say he was offside. And we'll get a face-off with 5:59 to go. Dede will take the draw, and it's won by SPASH. Zach Ostricki will skate in onside. He'll take a shot, and that's going to be deflected off of a Warrior stick. As Ostricki with it, he'll just try and flip it up. That's knocked down by Pregame. Behind the net to point. Right into the front. That's a shot that's blocked out in front. Second shot toward the net. And here we go. Burdick made the stop, and now we got a kerfuffle. And they're playing Kung Fu fighting on the PA system. Of course they are. Looks like Pregame heading to the box. SPASH heading to the box. Get some roughing calls here, and they got to fix the net. .11:51. It's Bo Schrader in the box. So Schrader and Pregame will sit for a roughing calls. They're talking about it here, explaining things. We should be coincidental. We should play 5-on-5. Well, we're going 4-on-4. So Pregame got 2 minutes on the board. And 5 minutes for Schrader. All right. So that means he probably threw a limb of some sort. So he's either threw an elbow or threw a punch. He's got 5, so it'll be a 3-minute power play when eventually things wind down. So Schrader's going to be in the box until there's 9 seconds left in the game. Man, Abbott will serve it. You get a 5 and a 10? So a 5 and a 10 for Schrader. All right. So his night is done. Fisher for Middlestead as we skate 4-on-4. Back for Poirier. He'll drop it off for Fleas. Fleas will take a shot. Caught and held. Two for a slash for Pregame. Schrader. 5 for a head hit and a misconduct. So Schrader gets a head hit and a misconduct. So 5 and 10 for Schrader. That goes all the way down for an icing with his running clock. So Abbott's serving the penalty for Schrader, who during that scrum, he got somebody in the head. I mean, there were so many bodies, I couldn't see anything, but I'm sure they saw it. So that one is up the near side corner for Poirier. He'll backhand around for Wendell. Damrow with a big reverse hit with Poirier. They collide. Here's Fisher. He'll drop it from Middlestead. Battling with Gravine. 3.5 to go. 6-0 SPASH. SPASH with 43 shots on net in the game. Here's Carroll. Carroll all the way through, gets a move. He has it just go off of his stick, and he will still have it behind the net. Carroll spins away from a hit. As it'll be now a power play for Wausau West. They'll play 5-on-4 now for pretty much the rest of the night. Beautiful couple of moves and a save by Burdick as DePoy took a big hit. And he's slow to get up. His stick is in the net. And it'll be offside as DePoy, he collided in front of the net. He took a shoulder to the chin. And the chirping continues. Final couple of minutes here as that's cleared down. Middlestat put some pressure on as Pergalski back on the ice after serving his penalty. Middlestat. Here's Jaron Bolton. Couple of moves, a pass. Middlestat can't hit. He just sends it wide. May have been deflected by his stick coming in late. That one cleared back down. Final 90 seconds now. Fisher collides with DePoy. And we'll get things set up to wrap things up on the wireless microphone tonight. DePoy tries to slide it through the legs and rolled back to neutral ice. Final 70 seconds now. As Fisher throws a hit and Didi trying to step through, avoids a hit. Fisher keeps it in and they go into the corner. Shot save made off the blocker. Final minute as Carroll. As a "that was easy" chant coming from the SPASH student section. Here's Bolton. He'll leave it off for Carroll. He looks for Middlestat and turns it over. Odd man rush for Wausau West. Carroll, though, hustling back, knocks it away from Damro with 30 seconds left. The question left now, SPASH trying to keep that 0 on the board. Burdick makes the save and covers up. As the clock will run with 20 seconds left. That might be enough time to keep that clean slate for Burdick. 13 seconds left as the clock runs. SPASH with a long change for the faceoff. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5. And this one is done. The clock will hit 0 and the game is over. SPASH is 8-0. They pick up a 6-0 win over Wausau West behind 23 saves and a shutout for Zach Burdick. A hat trick from Grady Miller. Goals as well from Fisher, Bo Schrader, and Westrick as SPASH comes out of here with the win. That being said, coming up next, we got your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Get those fresh cheese curds with Nasonville Dairy and Marshfield Curtis or NasonvilleDairy.com. But down the field, or down the ice, they're staying with Coach Matt Polkamp and a SPASH player right here on Zaleski Sports.
Good day, my name is Ken Hyman and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy.
1, 2, all right. We back live. Welcome back to KB Willow with your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. We'll get Zach Burdick and Coach Polkamp here in just a moment as they go through the handshake lines and celebrate this one. As SPASH makes a statement tonight. 2 teams came in undefeated, 1 left undefeated, and the Panthers are rolling. An impressive performance from the team tonight as we got everyone joining us. And Coach, first of all, congratulations on this and a Merry Christmas, but I got to ask you about that first period, just weathering a storm, 11-11 the shots, and just to OT or 14-14, both teams just relying on their goaltenders to make some big plays early, and when the time came to it, your guy was making the big ones.
Yeah, I mean, we know they're a fast team. We know that they're very offensive. So we did a nice job weathering the storm, and a big piece of that was to Birdie right here. Made some unbelievable saves, kept his composure. Things were good. They had some good chances, and Birdie did a great job there.
And with most teams, they say if you have 2 goalies, you have none. But with this team, when you have 2 goalies, you have 2 really good goalies. How is it to make the decision game in, game out on who's going to be in net and keep both guys fresh over the season?
Yeah, it's good because it creates competition, right? Every day they're battling, whether it's a practice, whether it's a game, and that good competition keeps both the guys hungry.
And with the team as well, the depth, keep it staying hungry. Third line gets a couple of goals tonight. How big was that to see those guys who usually play more of an offensive, kind of a grinder type game, get on the score sheet?
Yeah, those 3 guys are just workhorses. They just grind, and I'm happy that they were rewarded for their hard work tonight. Those are big goals for us.
And then the other side again, hat trick for Grady. How big is it for a rivalry game like this, with a crowd this electric in this arena, to have kind of a game like that from one of your seniors?
Yeah, I mean, he's wearing a C for a reason, right? He's got great leadership qualities on and off the ice. He gets the boys locked in, and then he's producing on the score sheet, so he's doing everything we can ask for.
So Coach, 8-0 looks pretty good. Good luck down the road. We got Zach Burdick, Ohio's player of the game, shutout tonight. He's allowed 1 goal this season. What were you seeing, especially in that first period, to try and keep them off, because they can really fill it up as well?
I was seeing a very confident team in front of me. They were blocking shots. They were making great passes, clearing the zone.
And when you get to that second period, you got the 2. I think we did get 3 quick ones midway through that second. How big is it for you to be able to maybe take a little bit of a deep breath now that you got a huge lead instead of 1 goal and now it's a whole Wild West again?
Feels amazing. We got some great guys on this team who can put the puck in the back of the net.
And now, a rivalry game like this, obviously it's a physical game. These 2 teams really don't like each other. What was your mindset as that third period wound down to keep the shutout and really make another statement for the SPASH team?
It's just to keep my composure. They're a very physical team, as you said, and they like to lose their composure a lot when they're losing.
Sounds good. So we're going to do one final thing. You see your camera up there. I'll give you this. I'll count you in. I'll go 3, 2, 1. Go. I'm Zach Burdick, and I'm in the house, okay? Go 3, 2, 1.
I'm Zach Burdick, and I'm in the house.
Good luck, guys. The man known as Birdie, our Highland House player of the game, he gets a shutout tonight. SPASH to 8-0 here on the season with a statement win over Wausau West. Your score 6-0. From all of us here at Zaleski Sports, this has been your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. For McKenna Lisinski and Braden Bullis, this is Mike Wellen. Everyone, this will wrap up before the holidays. Everyone, please have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays. Don't forget as well, tournament basketball coming your way after the break, and more sports coming up right here on Zaleski Sports. So until then, stay warm, stay safe, enjoy your holidays, and good night, everybody.